Ashish Sharma. Let's get started. We'll have a look at our top stories, but as usual, we'll begin with headlines. US President Joe Biden speaks with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, discusses climate change issues. Sardar Patel Stadium at Pune has been renamed to Narendra Modi Stadium. Kerala Cabinet decides to withdraw cases against Sabrimala and anti-CAA protesters. CM Ashok Gehlot announces budget 2021 for Rajasthan, including various policy changes. Golf giant Tiger Woods has suffered serious injuries on Los Angeles on Tuesday after his car met with an accident. Woods, who is one of the most successful golfers of all time, has recently undergone his 5th back surgery, and this crash can jeopardize his career. The accident took place when Woods' car flew off the road and was involved in the rollover collision. He underwent surgery following the crash. There was no evidence that the legendary golfer was under the influence of narcotics, alcohol or meditation. No other vehicle were involved in the accident, and the site of the accident is known as hotspot for high-speed accidents in recent. American President Joe Biden speaks with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in his first bilateral meeting since Biden has joined office. The two leaders talked about the immediate need to bring in more policies around climate change. Trudeau praised Biden for rejoining the Paris Climate Accord. They also highlighted the recently tainted relationship of both the countries with China, with Canada also mentioning the two citizens Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig, who have been detained by China. It is still unclear whether the two leaders talked about Canada accessing the Pfizer BioNTech coronavirus vaccine from the Michigan plant instead of Belgium. Indian shares rose on Wednesday as the global risk appetite was boosted by US Federal Reserve assurance to keep the interest rates low. The NSE Nifty 50 index was up 0.43% at 14,768 by 9:20 am, while the S&P BSE Sensex gained 0.33% to 49,935. Broader Asian shares rose, with MSCI's broadest index of Asia Pacific shares outside Japan including 0.3% after the Fed promised that the US Central Bank intended to keep monetary policy loose for a long time. In Mumbai, Reliance Industries was the top boost to the Nifty 50 index, rising 1.1%. Shares of Coal India were the top percentage gainer, climbing 3.2%. The Nifty PSE index, which tracks state-owned firms, advanced the most among Nifty sub-indices, rising 1.3%. The index rose 6.2% last week. Lender Housing Development Finance Co-op and software services giant Infosys were the top drags on the Nifty 50, falling about 0.5%. The Supreme Court has stated that no relief will be given this year to the candidates who missed their last attempt of UPSC 2020 examination amid COVID-19 pandemic. According to the Supreme Court, the candidates who filed the petition to appear for the exams again this year exhausted their last attempt at the UPSC Civil Services examination in 2020. Only those who are not age barred will be able to give the exams. Earlier, when candidates had cited pandemic-related reasons for not appearing for the UPSC Prelims 2020 last year, the central government had agreed to provide them with one last attempt in 2021, provided that they were not age barred. The notification for the UPSC Prelims 2021 examination was released on February 2021 by the UPSC Commission. The examination will be conducted on June 27, 2021, and the last date to fill the application form is March 3. Kerala Cabinet decides to withdraw cases which are not of serious criminal nature in both Sabrimala and CAA protest. Hundreds of cases were charged against people who protested against women entry to Sabrimala temple and implementation of CAA. Earlier, associations including NSS and BJP demanded to cancel the cases related to Sabrimala women entry protest. It is reported that the government will withdraw the cases except serious criminal offences. Now, the government has taken the crucial decision in view of the assembly elections. At the same time, the cabinet meet is likely to decide on the PSC appointment, row and deep sea fishing contract. Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot-led Congress government presented its first paperless budget in the State Assembly today. The state budget 2021-2022 was paperless this time. Corona has affected the economy, so efforts will be made to gather financial resources, Gehlot said while presenting the budget. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, who also holds the financial portfolio, finalized the budget at his residence on Tuesday. It is the third budget of Ashok Gehlot-led government in the state. Some key highlights of the budget includes 10 crore uplift fund to be created for transgenders. Small entrepreneurs will be given interest subsidy of rupees 50 crores. Film tourism promotion policy will be implemented. Rajasthan festival will be organized in all districts on the occasion of Rajasthan Day on 30th March. 20 lakh households will be given drinking water connection. Announcement of making 20 main roads of municipal council and 10 kilometers of municipality. New colleges will be opened in the state in Pipar, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Khandela, Sikar, Nagaur, Mandawar, Dausa, Udaipur, Purti, Jhunjhunu, Rajkheda, Chikali, Dungarpur. Premium petrol prices in Jaipur breaches rupees 100 mark for the first time, while the cost of regular fuel prices also hits new highs. With an increase of 37 paisa, cost of normal petrol inched to rupees 98.63 per litre in Jaipur. Sri Ganganagar and Hanumangarh are the two states who have already crossed rupees 100 mark, but rest of the districts are not far from the 100 mark. In January, the state government had reduced VAT on both the auto fuels by 2%, bringing down the state tax on petrol and diesel to 36% and 26% respectively. But the centre, which levies a strong portion of the taxes, has decided not to reduce it. Prices in Bikaner and Churu are over rupees 99 per litre of petrol, but if the trend continues for a few more days, prices in most districts will cross rupees 100 mark. The Motera Cricket Stadium in Ahmedabad has been now renamed as Narendra Modi Stadium. President Kovind inaugurated the Narendra Modi Stadium, the world's largest stadium at Motera in Ahmedabad. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Gujarat Governor Acharya Devvrat, Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju and BCCI Secretary Jai Shah were also present at the event. The Sardar Patel Stadium in Motera, Ahmedabad, which will hold the third India-England test starting Wednesday, takes some getting used to even for seasoned cricketers. Today, it can host 110,000 fans at a time, which is the most for any cricket venue across the globe. It has thus overtaken Australia's iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground in terms of capacity, which can play host to 90,000. Well, that's a wrap with me. In case you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel, The Angle. Also, like, share and comment. Thanks for watching.